Repair Clinic encourages you to perform this procedure safely. In this video, we will show one or more of these icons to alert you when to use caution. Many refrigerator repairs or general maintenance will require some disassembly of the appliance. Before you attempt this, you should unplug the power cord. To uninstall the dispenser control, use a flathead screwdriver to depress the retaining tabs, holding the dispenser control in place. Note the orientation of the wire connectors, then disconnect them to fully remove the control. If you need to remove the ice door module, use a 5/16" wrench to depress the locking ring to release the water line from the spigot. Detach the line from the retaining clip. Disconnect the wire harnesses. Detach the grounding wire and remove the wires from the retaining clip. Now use a 1/4" socket or nut driver to remove the screws securing the ice door module. Release the retaining clips and you can pull the module free. To access the actuator pad housing, remove the spill tray. Unthread the screws securing the spill tray base. Lift out the base. Lift up the actuator pad housing and bend a side in to remove the housing. When you're reinstalling the actuator pad housing, make sure both wires extend over the top corners of the housing. Then align the housing on the door, tuck the sides in, and press down to lock the housing into place. Continue the reassembly by repositioning the spill tray base. Rethread the screws. Replace the spill tray itself. Realign the ice door module on the housing and snap it into position. Replace the screws to secure. Connect the wire harnesses. Attach the grounding wire to the front panel and secure the wires under the retaining clip. Fully reinsert the water line into the spigot and secure the line under the retaining clip. Reinstall the dispenser control by first connecting the wires to the appropriate terminals. Now insert the tabs on top of the control into the housing slots and snap the control into position. Before you remove the refrigerator's rear access panel, first shut off the water supply. Use a wrench to help unthread the nut to release the water supply line from the inlet valve. Be prepared for some water to spill. Use the 1/4" socket or nut driver to remove the screws securing the access panel. Pull the panel out and remove the power cord retainer from the panel. Disconnect the inlet valve wire harness, and you can easily access the inlet valve itself, as well as the condenser fan motor and start relay assembly. Reinstall the access panel by first connecting the wire harness to the terminals on the inlet valve. Attach the power cord retainer to the panel. Then fully reposition the panel. Replace the screws to secure it. Remember to secure the two water lines with the retainers. Secure the water supply line to the valve with the nut. With the line secured, you can turn the water supply back on. To access the water filtration and reservoir components, remove the shelving from the right side of the refrigerator compartment. Depress the tab to release the water filter cover, then bend the cover outward to remove. Now, use a flathead screwdriver to bend the retaining tabs to release the lower access panel. Release the center retaining clip to remove the upper access panel, and you can reach the water reservoir assembly and the dual inlet valve. When the repair is complete, replace the upper access panel and snap it into position. Insert the tabs on the bottom of the lower access panel into the slots on the rear panel and snap it into place. Realign the water filter cover and close it. Then replace the shelving. To remove the ice maker assembly, depress the release button and pull out the ice bin. Insert a small flathead screwdriver into the side cover access hole and press down to release the locking lever, then pull the side cover forward to remove. Use the screwdriver to depress the retaining tab to release the ice maker assembly. Pull the assembly forward. Disconnect the wire harness, and you can remove the entire assembly. Reinstall the ice maker assembly by sliding it partway into the housing. Reconnect the wire harness and push the assembly all the way back. Be aware the ice maker fill spout may make this difficult. Realign the side cover and slide it into place. Realign the ice bin on the track and snap it into position. If you need to remove a refrigerator door, use a Phillips head screwdriver to remove the screw securing the hinge cover. Lift off the cover. When removing the left door, you will need to disconnect the wire harness and the water supply line. Next, use a 5/16" socket or nut driver to unthread the upper hinge mounting screws. Pull the upper hinge free. You can now lift the refrigerator door off of the lower hinge. Reinstall the door by positioning it on the cam. Then close the door and realign the upper hinge. Replace the mounting screws to secure it. Reconnect the water supply line and the wire harness, if applicable. Replace the hinge cover and secure it with the screw. To uninstall the freezer drawer and rack, first lift out the bin. Now use a large flathead screwdriver to depress the retaining tabs, securing both drawer rail assemblies. Then pull the entire drawer assembly out. Next, use a 1/4-inch socket or nut driver to unthread the screws, securing the left and right side rack support rails. Use a flathead screwdriver to depress the retaining tabs to release the left and right gear support brackets. Lift the rails up and you can remove the rack. To remove the interior freezer access panel, use the 1/4-inch socket or nut driver to unthread the access panel mounting screws. Depress the retaining tab to release the sensor cover. Then detach the sensor from the cover. Next, depress the retaining tabs to release the fan cover. You can now pull the access panel out to access components like the evaporator fan motor and defrost heater. When the repair is complete, realign the access panel, making sure the sensor wire extends through the panel. Replace the screws to secure. Snap the fan cover into place. Reattach the sensor to its cover. And snap the cover into position on the panel. Continue the reassembly by realigning the freezer rack on the support rails. Push the support rails down and snap the gear support brackets into place. Rethread and tighten the screws to secure the support rails. Reinstall the drawer assembly by aligning the slides on the rails, then push the drawer forward. Now snap both slides into place to secure the drawer assembly. Replace the bin. With the refrigerator fully reassembled, plug the power cord back in, and your appliance should be ready for use.